Everybody, we met this bug again. Well, it's not the same one, obviously. I guess. I think. Last time we saw one was a few weeks ago, before my phone screen shattered. This phone is still as good as new. Otherwise, I would really like to replace it. Look at the camera. Oh, look at this beautiful bug. Do you think it's poisonous? It's resting on me. I got it onto my tin whistle, but again, tin whistle is too slippery. It fell down onto my hand and then onto my pants. The wind is going too strong at it. It's so fluffy. Such a beautiful baby. Goodbye. 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 You're gone. You're not gone. She's still here. The wind is too harsh on you. You're going down onto the land again, onto the grass. I can see you over there. Maybe it's old. The bug is old. Can't really fly. Very well. Looks not very young, to be honest. Maybe she's pregnant. I don't know. There's a big belly over there. But I have no idea what they normally eat. It's so beautiful. You're such a beautiful bug. Just want to help you. Where would you like to go? I'm a big buzz. I can carry you anywhere you want to go. Oh, maybe you better stay on the phone. We'll replace you. Oh my god, the wind is going so hard on the bug. Bug can't even stand still. You're crawling onto my hands. No, it's still a little uncomfortable. Very beautiful. What if it would bite? I don't know. What kind of bug is it? I haven't actually asked ChatGPT. I think it's probably a type of wasp. No idea. It's so beautiful, so pretty. Even the wings are so delicate. Like art. Look at the wings. Have you ever seen wings like that? Look at how beautiful they are. Every one of them looks just like this. Oh, it's hard to be a bug. You can't even walk in this small wind. It's a breeze. Winter breeze, but it's not really. Oh, you're so beautiful. So colorful. Oh, where did you go? Oh, scared the shit out of me. I thought it got onto me. Maybe can you get onto my tin whistle again? Let's carry you over here. It's quite steady on my tin whistle, right? You can rest inside the plants. Inside the plants. Go into the plants. Go inside the plants. Inside the plants, so the wind wouldn't get you over here. No! Why do you want to come out? Why? See if you want to go out. She doesn't want to get in there. He doesn't want to get in there. Are you... What do you want to do? Those legs are really hard to use, aren't they? They're so thin. like hair, even though you got 6 of them. I got only 2. Mine are very good. If only I could pet you. Maybe you wouldn't like that. You're so fluffy. Maybe you don't care, you know. Sometimes you don't really care. What do you eat? I can't see their mouths. Do you have mouths? Some bugs, they don't have mouths. They don't eat. Live very shortly. You're like such a pretty bug. If only all the bugs in the world were colorful like this, I wouldn't be scared of them. They're not colorful because they are too timid. They want to hide. They want to hide, so they are not colorful. That actually should make them cuter. I don't think it's a wasp. It doesn't have like a sting on the end of its butt, like a thorn. Oh, he's such a beautiful little baby. Wish I could do something for you, because you don't need me. Because I tried to get you over there if you'd like. You didn't like that. I don't know where you want to go. Maybe you just want to play. No, maybe you just like what's happening right now. Who knows? It's so tiny, I touch it. I don't even feel anything. I can't feel its wings even if I'm touching them because of how thin they are. Light, and you can't feel anything when you touch it. That's why those wings are completely useless in wind. Even wind is stronger than your wings. Because I can touch wind, this wind, I can touch it. It's on my hand, I can feel it. But when I touch your wings, I can't feel anything. As if I'm not touching anything. That's why they're so useless. You're so beautiful. I'll leave you. Leave you over here. I can play a song for you. I've been trying to play a song here, but the wind also gets into my tin whistle and doesn't let me play very well. It's a wind instrument. You can't blame it. Can't play it in a wind. Otherwise, the wind will play it for you. Right, little bird? Do you agree? I put her back inside the bush again. She kept climbing all the way up here. Finally, she settled and started grooming herself. Maybe this is... Yeah, I should have got him right here in the beginning. Because, yeah, on the bush, it's not like the grass that wavers too much in the wind. On the bush, it's better. You can rest in peace for a while till the wind stops. What if it doesn't stop today? But this is your hometown, right, little bug? You were born and raised here for generations. You know better around the place than me. Ah, you're so beautiful. Are these all females or males, or females and males look the same? Normally the pretty ones are males. But maybe these are just the same, because I've seen them. They all look like this. I've not seen someone that looks like this but different. They all look like this. Is this one a newborn or an old elderly? Looks older to me, actually. Oh, you're so vulnerable. Try to cover you up. No, what are you thinking about, little bug? Is it fun for you, like riding the roller coaster? You're riding the roller coaster. It looks so cool. Look at your antennae. Look at those. They look so cool. This is the first phone that I have that has a shitty camera. But you can see it's so cool. The antennae are black, are white at the end. So cool. I remember they got really big eyes too, just at the sides. You can't really see. I think it looks really like a wasp, but much less aggressive. I don't know. They just fly really slowly. Yeah, I think so. And they're everywhere. They're so beautiful. Normally, if they're beautiful, colorful like this, they're either like wasps or bees, right? Only these two are just boldly colorful. And it does look like a bee, but it's not a bee, obviously. It doesn't seem to have a thorn at the end of its butt. There's white hair on your butt. I was gonna say, like some old man, white hair on their butt. Yeah, I'm really funny. When you're young, the hair on your butt is black, dark. When you're old, it's white. If you have hair on your butt, hairy butt. Oh, you're so nice. I'm glad that you get a rest here. Finally stopped climbing. I think she was just looking for a place to just rest like this. I didn't know. It kept climbing, crawling, non-stop wherever I put it. Finally, here it stopped. Great. Do I get to pet you right now? How do you feel if I pet you? Actually, you don't like it. Alright. She's avoiding my finger. You're so fluffy. If you don't want to be pet, why do you look so fluffy? Look at how fluffy. You're so fluffy. They look like this in summer and in winter. I thought somebody stole my stuff. I left my bag over here. My bag of parcels of food, of sweets. Well, they look like two big bags of sweets. Actually, they are a big bag. Oh my god. And they can last for a long time. Whenever I crave something sweet, I get to grab a bag. He's trying out her wings again. Ooh, how does that feel? You look very, very refreshed. You were tired, now you're refreshed. I love how everything grooms themselves. Every creature grooms themselves. I think that's just a touching thing. one thing that we all share in common that really connects us. Maybe you're not old at all. Maybe you're newborn, who knows? I'm not really familiar with your species. I'm not familiar with any species. I can't even tell the age of a human being accurately. Holding onto that little stick with your 4 little dark legs. They look like you're wearing leggings. I don't know why it gives me this impression, but it feels like as if your legs are inside the leggings, winter leggings. Maybe because your body is not completely black. Feels like your legs are not supposed to look black, but they are, so it feels like not genuine colors, but it's kind of interesting. Hello everybody, can you see this tiny bug that you can't really see? I've been flying with them, letting them smell me with their antennae, and they did smell me. Do I smell funny? Oh! I've been playing with them for 5 minutes, and then I started filming. They flew away like that in an instant. Very, very impressive, aren't they? It's a beautiful day. I have treats in my bag for the dogs, but I don't know if I'm gonna see them today or not. Because I saw them yesterday, and I don't really miss them right now. Maybe I'll go later, or maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. If only they could just come over here, but it's actually not a good place here for them. Too many people here, cars, and not much grass. So they're better off over there where they are. They're the happiest dogs in the world. Completely free. Having people passing by, feeding them treats every now and then. Playing, digging holes, running, chasing, fighting. Nobody cares. Everybody, this is my dinner. Or I don't know what it is. It's a second meal. It's not supposed to be dinner. But it's broccoli spaghetti with, of course, garlic. And I cook it the entire non-Italian way. I overcooked the spaghetti. I don't think it's overcooked. I think it's perfectly cooked. And I don't use any water. I add no water to the dish. Just oil is what blends everything together. The flavor. There is no texture, consistency. I don't know if that's what it should be called. In a traditional Italian way of cooking spaghetti, you have to make sure it's creamy, it's all blended together with the water, cooking water, cooked with the pasta. You know what I'm talking about. And I don't do any of that. I don't like that. I like just with the oil. And it's amazing. I love it. It tastes so damn good. Yeah, I don't even boil the broccoli. I cook it in oil. Raw. Unboiled. This way, it's completely different. You don't want to boil it. Trust me, you just cook it with oil, especially olive oil. It's just perfect. You definitely cannot boil it, otherwise you ruin it all. So good. That's it. Use a lot of oil. Well, not really a lot, basically the same amount that people would use. Cook it with pasta water. And yeah, this is just so good, amazing. Looks like a lot. I don't know if I can finish. I'm not really hungry. If I'm hungry, I probably can finish because I remember the last time I cooked it, I finished it all. It was so good. I've been missing it. Now it really looks like it's for 2 people, this portion. I think I used too much spaghetti. I couldn't even... Oh, by the way, I break it. I always break it before cooking. I couldn't even break it. It was a big handful. I couldn't break it. Normally I can easily break it, but this time maybe I added a little bit too much. Anyway, this is my dinner. By the way, I also added... I don't want to share my recipe with you. I don't think you'd be interested anyways. I've shared it before. You can watch previous videos if you want the recipe. Listen, everybody, there's street karaoke began again. Can you hear? There's a guy singing. Beautiful. Flowers bloom. Flowery world. Turned out that I am that drunken butterfly. That 50-year-old boat guy outside singing. I am that drunken butterfly. He sings this song every single day. Every single day. Little dog saw me. Does she see me? Hello. Hello. Hello, good girl. Hello. 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 Hello there. Hello. Hello. Yesterday you were here. I only saw you when I was leaving. You were sleeping. And I was afraid you would bite me, so I didn't call you. Today you're not biting me. Did you learn how to bite anymore? Oh. Don't bite me. Hopping me too. Look, if you bite me, I just ignore you. Ignore you completely. Do you understand? I don't like it. Shot it, biting my shoulder. Ignore you. Ignore you. Ignore you. Oh, give that back. That is my tinless. I can't buy that. Alright, now she's scratching herself. She calmed down. Would she choose to continue to bite? She's sniffing around my coat. Alright, she's calmed a little, maybe. Don't pee in my coat. Beg you. I just washed it yesterday. Now I squat down again to see her reaction. She's not interested in me now. You're so friendly. You let me pet your leg. How can I let you know that I don't like when you bite me? Can you understand that? I don't... How about I only talk? I only say, good girl, when you're not biting me. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. No. Biting me. No. I turn away. See your reaction. Calm down. Yes, good girl. Good girl. I love it. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Bite me. No. No. Calm down. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Good girl. You're such a nice girl. Nice girl. You don't bite. Nice girl. Nice girl. Nice. Good girl. Good girl. No. 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 Let's find something for you to bite. How about that? Let's find a thick stick for you. Let's see. Where's your sister today? Yesterday she was here, you were not. Today you were here, she's not. Let's go find you something to bite. You gotta buy something. Come here. Come here. I remember there's a stick here. Over here. Come here, bite this one. Bite this stick. It's very good for you to bite. It's very thick. It doesn't. Bite it. Bite it. Bite that one. Bite that one. Don't bite it. Good girl. I love you. Nobody kisses you. Just me. Right? Because they think you're sticky. I don't care, you're not just sticky. Not sticky, actually, I'm not sticky. I have to bite again. I don't know if you can bite that. I don't know if your teeth can break the plastic over there. Where's your sister? Where is she? I miss her. She knows not to bite me. She's smart. I have to teach you many times. I love you. Miss you today. You're not little beautiful girl. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Alright, bite me. I just ignore you. Just ignore you. Alright, now she stopped. Oh, good. Are you bored? Are you bored? Like really like. Nah. Now she knows not to pursue it. Alright, yeah, you understood me. Yeah, you're so smart too. You're so smart. You're so smart. You're a nice girl. Nice. I didn't bring you cheese because I didn't expect to come and see you today. Yes, you're my little nice girl. Don't bite me. Kiss your stinky head. Yeah, she knows not to bite me anymore. Good girl, yeah. Good girl. Nails very sharp as well, almost as sharp as cats. Oh, you're so nice, aren't you? Where is your sister? Where is she? So mysterious. Is she with your little owner? Like the kid? I don't want to play with him, so I avoided him. He's like 6 years old or something. Very small kid. Very boring. Let's kiss you again. Very stinky head. Very stinky head. You beautiful girl, beautiful girl, beautiful girl. Beautiful puppy, beautiful baby, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, you're so nice. Nice girl. Ooh, I want to kiss your little mouth. Maybe they like praises more than treats. I'm gonna kiss your little belly. Guess it stinks more than your head. It's kind of hot today. I'm gonna take off my socks. If only I could just give you my socks, you would love to bite it. It smells like me. They just more like to bite me. I don't know. I know they just like to. That's just the way they show that they like you when I play with you. They're back. If it doesn't hurt, I would let you bite me however you want. But you just break my skin, you know, easily. Look, I'm gonna take off my socks. It's so hot, getting hot over here. Yes, you're a nice girl. Now you learn not to bite me anymore. You're such a smart girl. It takes nothing for you to learn. You're so smart. You're so nice. You're such an intelligent little beautiful baby dog. Oh my God, I'm so... Whose baby are you? The baby dog. Baby dog, you're beautiful. Baby. Let's find you something. I don't know if you can bite this seed. They probably have bitten everything on this grassland growing up here. Oh, nice baby dog. Nice baby dog. Nice baby dog. No. You can't buy any part of it. Because they break. Bite this thing. This thing is such a beautiful, perfect thing for you to buy. Why don't you buy this? Why do you want to buy me? Huh? Why do you want to buy me? Huh? Yeah, buy the grass. Not that there's nothing. There's nothing for you to bite, and they're hard, and they're solid. They're good for your teeth. They're wood. Everywhere. Just buy those things. That's me. Oh, you're nice, beautiful baby. I love you. Let's kiss you. Kiss you. What is she looking for? Did you smell treasure? We're digging a hole out of here. Look at the hole. It was a flat ground. Now there's a hole, a big hole. Smells like soil. What did you smell? What are you smelling? Oh, I see your sister. I see your sister. She's over there with another person. Let's see if she sees us. I think she will see us. She will see us. Look at her. She's following that person. She's following that person. She hasn't seen us, or has she seen us? Why are you whining? What did you find? She's coming. She's come. She's come. She's gonna fight you. Are you ready for fight? She's gonna fight you now. She's gonna see me. She hasn't seen me. See me? Has she seen me? Hello? Hello? Has she seen me? She seen me. Too bad. They're following her now because she fed them some sausages. I actually haven't bought treats to see them. Oh, she's back. Have a great one. Yeah, look at this. The hole your sister, her twin digged. Dug. Good girl. Yeah, now you both can do it together. So it'll become a big hole. Big enough to bury me. Yeah. Actually, are you bigger than her? You look taller. You look like your shoulders taller. What do you say? I feel like maybe not. I don't think so. They're tweens. They're literally tweens. Literally tweens. Yeah, dig that. How about I throw something in? You bury it for me. Wait. What is in that hole? You don't want me to put my finger in it. What's in it? What's inside? Alright, like I said. Gonna fight again. They can't meet each other. They won't fight. It's their game. And look at their paw. Oh my god, that can't touch me. I just washed my pants. About 2 days ago. They would only hop me to greet me. Man, we have to leave this hole here. It's so dirty. Don't get all your paws dirty and then hop at me later. I have my clothes just washed. I think they take showers, in fact. Otherwise, they would look very dirty. And I think they have to get showered. They have taken baths. When will your teeth fall and grow some adult ones? Then they won't bite anymore. Puppy teeth, very sharp. Don't know how that doesn't hurt. Look at how they bite at each other. Faces, holy cow, really? It just doesn't hurt for them. Interesting. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Huh? Ooh. How wouldn't that hurt? Look, they just bite each other's faces. I don't know how that doesn't hurt. Look at the teeth, so damn sharp. As sharp as a nail, almost. Don't bite me, okay? Don't accidentally bite me. Look at that. How do they do that? They've been doing that for months. You like it? They like it. They take turns doing it. Your paws are so clean because they run around only on this grass. Very clean. Except for when they dig. Hasn't it been enough? Don't you want to take a break? Can I blow my nose and see what they would react? Their reaction. Don't mind that person. Yeah, beautiful girl. Please don't hop me with those paws. Maybe I should move actually, so that they don't have a chance to hop on me with those dirty paws. Let's just change location. I'll go over there somewhere else, like over here under this tree. Where it's dry and clean. Oh, I got quite some people on the grassland today. My butt is wet because I sat on the wet grass. You're not following me? Oh, that's okay too. I can have some alone time. Just don't want them to chase after that little kid. Seems to be eating something. They can't see that kid. Oh, somebody else caught them. That person is the boldest. She kept saying the boldest mantra. I think boldest today. Oh, what is this dog over here? What is it? Oh, it's a little ant carrying something. Well, carrying another bug. Yes, carrying another bug. I just wonder for these dogs, am I the most special person or not? I literally spend the most time with them every day. Other people always give them some treats. What is this plant over here? So weird. I've never seen it before. With these fruits, just so weird. Looks like they're carnivores, as if they could eat flies. As if, look at those. Came another dog from nowhere at all. Nobody. It's a boy, a big boy. I'm a little bit afraid of him. He just growled. I don't know, was it at me or at the girl? They look just like them, their faces. Fighting again. Fighting again. Fighting again. Biting legs. Took a small break and starting over again. They like to bite and being bitten. Seems, maybe. Look forward to you not biting anymore. Are you coming back for some tenderness? For some gentleness? For some hugs? Or you just come for the tree? They like to bite this tree. Because it has this, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Well, it's not their first time. Look at the pieces here and there, that's all from them. Tug of war. You got so many toys here to play. The other day it was a shoe. And now you have this tree, and then you dig holes, and then you got me to visit you every other day. Come on, let's play the tug of war. You know how to play the tug of war. Play the tug of war. Sit down. am stronger. Stronger than you both. I don't know if it's good for their teeth, but... Ooh, they're fighting again. I think these people think they're my dogs. Because I'm the only one here with them. I don't know. I actually should train them a little so that when they go after other people, I can call them back. Otherwise, maybe some people don't like to be followed. I don't know. I need to get the tree down. Here comes another dog. I really like this toy, don't you? Another dog doesn't want to play with you. Dogs seem to bite me and bite my hand. Oh, you're really strong. Really strong. There's a person flying a kite, biting her ear. Now you're not interested in the toy anymore. This person preparing this kite. Hello, little big dog over there. Not interested in us. Don't bite my hand. Where you want to take it from me? You want to take it? They don't want to play the tug of war with me. Alright, I'll leave you. I'll leave you to that. When will they open back up? Will they open up again? A little spider. Takes a long time for it to open again. Very interesting. Why are they like that? Hold on. Did I find somebody else to rest? Oh, they're right over there. They're still digging that hole again, huh? Yeah, so they're digging that hole again. They see me. He's coming to me. He's coming for me. Now they're really coming, not for treats. I haven't given them treats for 2 days. Don't bite that. I told it so. Want some kisses? I think they really don't care about kisses. But they like it. Like they're always biting, always fighting, always. All the damn time. Look at these beans. They're so small. the peas there. Such a small species. It's wild too. Do any animals eat them? They're peas. All the time. Chasing around me as if I'm the center of the circle that they run around. They're so happy dogs. If I were to have a dog, I would have two, because I can't have one anymore after seeing them. Just don't feel like I could play this much with a dog. A dog can play with a dog. I'll have two dogs, a little bigger than them. I don't know how big they will grow, actually. I'm just keeping harassing this grass. What is it called? It's called shy grass. It's called shyness grass. Because you touch them, they close up. Kind of shy. What did you choke onto? I mean, look at how many scars there are on my hand from the dogs. I didn't realize it. I only remember these ones here because that's these two scars, and then there's the third one. I don't know where that came from. I think that's from the other time. And then these small ones, I never realized they were here. That's why they can't touch me. Their teeth, their paws, way too sharp. That's why I have to train them. It's kind of terrifying. Jesus. So I've not been talking to my family. And for years. And I've been only answering my grandma's calls. She would call me once every several months. I used to always answer her calls, I think, but I don't remember. And then I started to not want to answer them either. Because I felt she's calling more frequently than I would love to. I once told her that I only want her to call like twice a year or once a year. I don't remember if she understood me. But after a while, she just kept on calling at the same frequency. And then I think that's when I started to ignore the calls. And would only pick up when I feel okay to pick up, or when I just feel maybe I should. And then now it's near the yearly festival. She called on New Year's Day twice. Normally she would call once, because she said to me once that she just wanted to call to see if my phone would works, to know that I'm okay. But she would call me twice to show that she actually want me to pick up the phone. I just feel annoyed when she calls, because for one thing, the phone calls from family feels like, from my family, feel like intrusion. For one thing, I had told her to only call me twice a year or once a year. I don't remember. And I feel she doesn't want that. She wants more than that. So I just feel you're intruding me. But she will never understand that. She wants me to understand why she has to call, because she would say she worries about me no matter how old I am. And I just feel that the family resents me because I stopped talking to them. And this month, they normally would call, she normally would call once every 2 months. This past year, that's how often she called, once every 2 months. I checked the record. This month, she had called twice already. I mean, like, on New Year's Day and today. And both days she called twice in a row. Normally I would be in the middle of something by watching a video, because I'm always on my phone. It just makes it feel more like an intrusion when she calls. Because I'm in the middle of something and then suddenly you call, you're like interrupting me. And I have this fear because she's an old person. It has been years since the last time I talked to them. Except for with her. I'm afraid, and also it's been, like, the last time I answered her call was, I don't remember, many months ago, probably a year ago. I don't remember. Just feel like it's been so long. And I don't know what's going on. And because she's an old person, I'm afraid, what if it's not her that's calling me? What if it's somebody else? And I absolutely do not want to hear from anybody else, because I feel like they are resenting me. And if it's from someone else, I'm afraid, because what if something happens to her, like she gets sick, and they just wants to call me to tell me that she's gonna die and they want me to go back, or says something really serious in resentment, like, you're gonna come back and see your grandma for the last time because she wants to see you before she closes her eyes, or something like that, I imagine. So it makes me even more not wanting to pick up the phone, but I feel it's her calling, but I'm not sure. I was planning to answer her call on the celebration day. But then I am also afraid, because that day is like Christmas. The whole family gathers. In the house, there would be the rest of the family. What if they want to speak to me on the phone, but they never did. Actually, it's been years, and it's only me and her. And in the beginning, my cousin too, who's 10 years younger than me, and I watched him grow up. But now he's a teenager. He shouldn't want to talk to me as much as he did anymore. He was like he really, really, really liked me. I feel like he couldn't make friends in school. I don't know why. I don't know much about him. And the last years we were together playing, I was depressed and distracted. I didn't want to play his games. He was constantly trying to get me to play with him. And we would go out into parks, or the family would just ask me to go out into a park with him. And we would go, but I would just be looking on my phone. I was just completely bored of whatever he wanted to do. but I was just really, really feeling really lonely. And that was a long time ago. Literally almost 10 years ago. Or I think that was during the 3 months after the high school graduation, the 3 month gap between high school graduation and university in Rome. And it was the most depressing, not literally the most depressing, because I had just same level of depressing days later on too. But pretty much I was feeling the most down. If he was here now, I don't know. For one thing, I don't like kids because their games are boring. They are not very articulate, and they are not understanding. They can't understand. If I like to, I only like deep conversations, but I think today we would be able to play together if he was still 10 years old. But today he's like a teenager. I think he's in high school now. He should be. Actually, yes. He should be. And I don't want to never answer her calls anymore. But at the same time, a part of me pushing me to answer her call is fear. Because they are such anxious people. I feel like their anxiety makes them do things I'm afraid. What if I never answer her call anymore? I feel like they would so resent me. What if they do something to... I don't know why I would be able to feel this way about them. Because they had never hurt me. They never had hurt me. Oh no. They never would hurt me intentionally. But I just feel like if I made them very angry enough, they would want to hurt me. I have no idea. I don't want to make it sound like they have hurt me or they are abusers. They're not. They just... The only reason I'm not talking to them is because of this gap between us that is just not passable. Like, it's just not. Because their worldview, their values are just the complete opposite of mine. In a way, there is never possible understanding, ever achievable, unless something significant transformation happens to them. But I think if something like that happens to them, I would be able to know it intuitively. I would intuitively be able to feel more opened up to them. Or I think if something like that happened to them, they would let go of the grip onto me. They wouldn't want to contact me as much anymore. They would start to know that I just want to... I can have my freedom, and they can just wait until I reach out to them. They don't have to continuously reaching out to me. So as long as they're still trying to reach out to me, I just feel like nothing has happened to them. They're just the same. Nothing has happened. They don't understand. I want... If they haven't changed, what I would really want is that we walk our own ways. I want us to be completely independent from each other. I am, but they are not. They just. I don't actually know what they want. Like, my grandma, I can trust her. Like, she wouldn't hurt me. She's this old lady. She wouldn't resent me, I think. I'm not sure, actually. If I don't answer her calls this New Year, like next month, it will be the festival. If I don't answer her call, then will she start to resent me? In a way that the reason why I really don't like her calls is because whenever she calls, I just always want to turn it down. And when I do that, I just feel guilty. Like I'm making her, like I'm causing her unhappiness. I'm causing her this and that. I'm not being a good, respectful grandchild. Or ungrateful. I am being, yeah, that's the right word. That's the core word. I'm being ungrateful. But then that's the last thing I'm supposed to feel. Then that's the thing that they have been accusing me of. My mother, above all. Well, actually, only her. Only her. I am annoyed that she calls me too frequently, even though I never answer the calls. Too frequently, once every 2 months is too frequently. Cause I thought we agreed that she would call me only at most twice a year. Or once a year, I think I said. Like, at the end of the year, she can call me. Yeah, I think I told her precisely when to call me. And then she doesn't want that. She just continues to call me every 2 months. I don't like that because I feel like it's their anxiety haunting me. She's just worried about me all the time, worried whether or not I'll be fine. I don't like that. Because whether or not I'm physically well really doesn't matter. Because I am more fine than ever before than when I was with the family. I am more fine than ever before. But I cannot tell her these things. It would hurt her feelings. I cannot tell her, I don't want you to call me anymore. I actually don't care. Like sometimes she says, I know you care. I know you care about, like, means she says this. She thinks I actually care about the family, but I don't. I want to tell her I don't care as much as you think I do. I want to stay clear above all, and then from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all well, but I don't want to know the details that goes on in the family, all the dramas and the up and downs. I don't want to know any. I don't want to know, because especially they never share the ups, always only tell you what's the new bad news. What's the new problem? What is the problem? The problem focusing. Very, very the negative energy. I don't want to know who had surgery of what, or who did this and that. What's wrong with my cousin again with his schooling. Man, it's so stressful. I don't want to hear anything about these. then that would make me feel guilty again, like, cause I am. Oh shit. No, I should never feel guilty. If anybody should feel guilty, it's them. But then they shouldn't, because we agreed before birth to be a family for 10 years. Actually, 12 years. I started living with them at 11 years, since I was 9, and then pretty much broke up with them when I was 20. 11 years in family. I mean, like, before that I was living with my father's family. And then after he passed away, my mother took me over to live with him since I was 9. I feel like, oh my God, I am just judging myself again. I feel like I'm being cold to them because they never did anything to hurt me. They never abused me whatsoever, and I'm being so cold. I am being ungrateful. So I want her to not call me again because it would just make me feel make me think all over, and I feel like I'm judging. I feel like I'm rejecting the old lady that caused me just to want to know that I am fine, and she tries to reduce the call time. I noticed she used to would talk a little again about the family and something bad, and then recent years she just realized not to bother me much. She would just call and say hi and ask if I've had eaten today, and then she would just say bye. She wouldn't talk much anymore. But I doubt if anything big and bad happens, she would just start talking about it again. But and my mother, I feel very sorry for her. Like, really, she feels she. Her life's tough as a person that doesn't follow their heart. Obviously, you have a hard, tough life. You have a job that you hate, that you think, that you hold on to. I mean, she doesn't have it. She's retired, so I think it's much better. Yeah. It's a job that's just was physically tiring, but it would let her retire at 40 or 45. That's why people would do it at all. It's dangerous as well. And then she got to retire maybe at 45 or something like. Actually, when I was 16, she retired, I think. Or, yeah, 16 or 15. And then she's 27 years older than me. And that would make her even 42 years old. 42 when she retired. Oh my God. That's so early. So her life isn't tough. Only tough is about, maybe her life isn't tough. I'm someone that projects suffering onto animals and people all the time. This is the suffering that they actually don't go through. Like, I feel like I often assume people have harder lives than they actually do. So maybe actually she doesn't suffer at all. Most of the time. Because she's retired. I don't know. And then she got another job. And is she old now? She's like 50 something, not old. But I just feel like now she's a lady, little old lady. Now, 50 years, 50 something. How 50 what? 50. Not even 55. Okay. In her early 50s. That's not even old. So she's not an old lady. You have to be at least 60 to be called old. Just in their middle years. Middle years start from like 35. To 55, I think. From 55 on. No, you never are old unless you think you are. There should be no age. Old has nothing to do with age. Alright, it has nothing to do with age. You're old whenever you think you're. Nowadays, 20-year-olds say they're old. Even an 18-year-old say, I feel old. Yeah, you're old then. You're old right now. Whenever you think you're old, you are immediately. And whenever you think you are not, even if you're 80, you're not old. I hate when people say they're old. They're just idiots. They know nothing. How can people in their 20s, 30s, even 40s ever say they're old? I want to punch them with my feet, 'cause they're just so. They don't know shit. Of course, if you are someone that doesn't live by the only rule, the only way, the heart-centered way, you are old whenever you don't do that. Because life feels like it sucks when you don't do that. The only thing that you're supposed to do, the only job that you have, you don't do it, you're fucking old, yes. You want to die, of course. Of course, then people like that say they're old all the time. It feels like life is so tiring. That's one thing. When you're not doing the only thing you're supposed to do, of course, you feel old. Now back to them. I started recording only because she just called. And I just felt so down. I turned it off. I felt angered by her calls. And I just felt down. I didn't like that. I wanted to solve it somehow. I actually want to answer her call, if I will answer her call once a year. I want to answer it before the celebration day. Because that's when the whole family's in the house. They will be able to hear me. Well, not exactly. But they would be there and they would be thinking about me and resenting me. I think my cousin probably resents me as well. But that's just what I think. Maybe he's not. Because the last time he was messaging? No, it was calling. The last time he called me was 2 years ago. Yeah, the last time we talked, I heard from him was 2 years ago. His voice hadn't changed yet. And he was saying, grandma, we share the same grandma. Grandma's old. Meaning kind of blaming me that blaming me. It was, in a way, he was asking me to call her, not letting her to call me anymore, not telling her to call me anymore. Of course, I'm not gonna do it. I've received enough demands from this family. Anything they ask, they demand me. They think it's mandatory for me to do. Anything that will anger them if I don't do, I absolutely will fucking do it. But I'm just scared if I don't answer her call. What if they pursue me, like, with evil intentions? What if they actually want to hurt me because their resentment reaches the peak? That's just my imagination. I don't know if they actually would feel this way or not. Just that they're very anxious people. They're not peaceful people. So, although they are very pragmatic, practical people, shouldn't do something impulsive or impractical, like just pursuing someone to hurt them isn't something practical because it doesn't bring you anything, any gain. Or they would only do things that are practical, secure. But because they're such people that I really don't know very well about. I'm talking about the rest of the family. Like, I think my uncle doesn't care. My uncle is the father of my cousin. But my aunt is the sister, the other sibling of my mother. She was really resenting me. She was the one that showed resentment. She was offended that I didn't reply to her messages in time. I actually didn't see it. The time I saw it, she was already complaining. And that's when I decided I'm not gonna reply to you. You're already saying that way. I was not close to her anyways. Although she's probably one of my favorite people of the family. But I don't like anyone from the family. She's just my least disliked person. No, maybe not. Because she lives in a different city, so we didn't have much contact except for in the Christmas of the year, when everybody comes together. That's the only time we would see each other. Yeah, every year. So I would see her like once a year. And then she's different. If my mother is an INTJ or ISTJ, an absolute S and J person for sure. She got that personality test done, which she probably has no interest in. Would absolutely be an S and J person. The third letter, I'm not sure, because she's so angry and makes me feel like she's really emotional, but she never showed like emotional care. She was only emotional herself but never showed emotional care to anybody. So maybe she's a T person, like thinking driven person. And everybody in the family is a J person, I think, but I'm not sure. Like they're so, or everybody else is an SJ except for my aunt. I know she's a P person, but I might be stereotyping here. I feel like a J people. I'm talking about this young 8-dimension. I don't know what it's called in English. The 8. I don't know how to describe it at all, but it's very popular. You know what I'm talking about. but I might be stereotyping. I feel more comfortable with my aunt because she's the only person that is messy. The rest of the family are like almost like squeaky clean type of people. They clean every time after cooking. They always wash dishes and they sweep the floor every day at the end of the day. Sweep and mop the floor. That kind of person, that type of person. But my aunt, I've been to where she lives and it's messy. She's kind of messy. But that's the only thing we have in common. And everything else she has in common with the family, not with me. And I feel like I'm an alien. I literally don't feel like I was born by them. I literally feel like on my birthday, I was given to them, like they found me underneath a spaceship. That's where they found me. I am an alien. I cannot be from this family. It's just so funny that we are a family. It's just so funny that I'm related to them at all. And I don't look like them either. I look like my father. I don't look like them. Actually, my aunt is also the only person that doesn't look like the rest of the family. Like she looks more like my grandma. A little like my grandma, I don't know. I don't look like anybody from the family. I look very much like my dad. And Dad was the only person I loved as a kid. The only person I've ever felt love with. But I don't know if it was love or it was just a different type of attraction, you know. Because I felt like I was really sad around him. Even though I was just 6, I felt like sad in a way, like I cared too much about him. But I was just 6 and I was feeling this deeply with him. I don't know what it was about. Maybe I just felt like I was gonna lose him. Maybe I knew it was gonna happen or what. But I don't have no idea. When he died, I wasn't even sad. Like I said, I've never felt grief with him. I didn't go through any grief at all. He just died and then I moved. And with my mother, that was it. I was not thinking about him like anymore. I was just going to a different school and thinking about my friends and everything else. Wonder what Dad is doing right now. Drinking alcohol with my grandpa. Watching me, listening to me. Watching over my other grandma, like his mother. Is she still alive? I don't know. Because these two families are enemies. They don't contact each other. So after I moved in with my mom, no idea what's going on with them. And I'm feeling much better now than when I started. I was feeling down from turning down her calls. Like she called twice. I was really worried. What if it wasn't her that was calling me? What if it's somebody? What if it was my aunt? That's my biggest fear because she's the one that showed resentment. If she's calling me to inform me that my grandma is passing away, I mean, she's probably 70. I mean, my grandma. I don't know, actually. Maybe 72. My grandpa is the one that's supposed to die. I mean, because he's older. He's like at least 80 years old, I think. Because I remember when we celebrated his 70th birthday, I was still a kid. But I don't remember it clearly. I don't even remember much about the birthday. I think, yeah, I was still in elementary school, wasn't I? Even if I wasn't, it was still many, many years ago. How can I be from this family? That is the biggest mystery in the world. I can't possibly be born from this family, and we have nothing alike. We have nothing alike. I am an alien. They must have picked me up from a spaceship somewhere. That year, that day. If I didn't look like, if it wasn't that I look like my dad, I would literally think that I'm just, they didn't born me. They didn't give birth to me. I belong to somebody else. I'm somebody else's kid. I can't be the most magical thing is that I come from this family. Oh my god, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any logical sense, nor it doesn't feel right either. I have no doubt that they're not my family, like, in a way that even though we are biologically related, but they're not my family, like, no. I think family, we should redefine this term. Family should be people that you choose, not people that you're stuck with, that you're related to. People that you're related to, they're just a tunnel through which you get born into this world. Or your family are people that you choose, not those that you don't get to choose. I mean, I did get to choose. Like, before I was born, before they were born, we both agreed that we were gonna be family. Maybe because we both knew that we're not gonna get along, so we were gonna only spend 11 years as family. The first 9 years of my life I were to spend with my father's family. Only after that I were to be with them. To minimize the damage it would cause being family with them. I don't know. I remember her to be a cold mother. But maybe my memory's biased. Maybe I only remember negative things that happened. I don't have any positive memory with her. She was with me when I was very young, before I was 4. She was still in the family. And all the memories I have, not many, just 2, 3. I don't remember anything positive. All the memories I had about her either distant, like kind of cold. Like she gave softly. She's like feels like a cold mother. Just someone that is not warm. Don't know if I want to tell you about it. I remember that day when I think I had everything done, like my homework. She wouldn't let me out to play. She wouldn't let me do anything. She wouldn't let me watch TV. She just let me stand there, doing nothing. I don't know if that should be. But I don't know if that's a true memory. I think it was. I think that's when my dad was there too, but I don't remember. I don't have any memory of my dad from before I was 4. I only remember him from after that. Well, it makes sense because before you're 4, when you're 3, your brain doesn't register yet. Only after that you start to have more memories. Yeah. After I was 4, I was 5, 6. I kind of have quite of a personal history and pretty kind of dramatic. Normally people don't get families like mine that are enemies. They're not actual enemies, but they really resent each other. Mainly, I have no idea why. I don't want to talk about it. I know nothing about it. It's just kind of confusing to talk about. I have a cousin, and from my father's family too. He was just of my age, 1 year older. I hate him more than I did because when I was a kid, when you're a kid, you don't really know about hatred. Now think about this, how he was. I really hate him today. Wonder what kind of a person he's grown into. He's had a tough life too with his family that I observed was completely fucked up too. Like, oh my god, even traumatized me, that kind of family. Just really shitty. Like, I mean, not what you're imagining, not that serious. Just from my perspective as a sensitive person, that was enough to disturb me to think about. So I don't know what kind of person he's grown into. No idea. He was a little choppy. Don't know now if now today is a big fatty or a very skinny guy or what. He should be just a year older than me. Is he still alive? Is he dead? And I have another cousin who was also 10 years older than me. So it's a she. And I liked her. Oh, actually, there are many things that these two families share in common. Both of my grandmas have 3 children. And both of me and my cousin, like my cousin from my mother's family, our parents are divorced when we were really young. Like my little cousin, 10 years older than me. And both because the mother was accused of having an affair or something. But I think mainly still because his mother I mean, we really got along because she was not, like, she was just 13 years older than me, I think. She's like 10 years younger than my uncle. So when I was 10, she was like 23 or something like that. And that's when, right when they were about to get married, she told me everything. She told me why she started to hate my uncle. Because she said when they were in love, she was really in love with him. But after she had seen how he was treated my grandpa, his dad, like my uncle was just an angry person like my mom. Would just argue the whole family. My grandpa included, just would yell at each other. Thankfully, I only get to see that once a year. Well, I don't think they happen every single year. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, I don't remember. Maybe not every single year, but sometimes some of the years when we gathered together, there would be a fight. And she said after that, she just started hating him. Not hating, he just didn't like him as much anymore. She said she liked him a lot. I was a kid who she was telling all this to me. I don't know if I was still a kid. Maybe I was a teenager already. I don't know when they got divorced. Don't remember. I wasn't there. I was in school. When did she say all this to me? Well, if she was still there, then they haven't divorced yet. It was probably at the verge of it or what, I don't know. And then she started having having affairs with other people. I've heard from my grandma. We had a conversation about this too. That was when I was 16. She told me that my uncle's wife, like, was involved with another man and blah blah blah. I think she has no idea about what my aunt told me. She wouldn't. My grandma wouldn't understand how my aunt grew out of love. My aunt-in-law grew out of love. Fell out of love with my uncle. It all makes sense to me. I mean, both of their perspectives were solid. They all felt like, yes, you should resent the people that you resent for the other reasons you told me. Sounded fair. Let me tell you about my cousin, my little cousin, who's not little anymore. Last time we talked, he said he was like as tall as me already. I've always only remembered him to be a little kid about half of my size. The last time, like 2 years ago, he was already as tall as me. Today, he probably is much taller than me, and I wouldn't be able to believe it because he's always been a kid to me. Like I watched him grow up, and the last time we were together, I was like 19. He was 9, he was still a kid. Oh my God, can't believe he's already in high school. He probably has a different voice today too, like a grown-up's voice. I'm grateful that this phenomenon only happens to males. Your voice changes into a completely different thing. That doesn't happen to the other half of the species. I remember the first time I heard my own voice, but I was sitting on my dad's lap and using his phone or something to record my voice. And I played it It didn't sound like my voice, but it sounded something just like my current voice. I remember it somehow. I just remember it clearly. I said to him, "It's not my voice. Doesn't sound like me." I don't remember what he said. What did you say, Dad? I think he wasn't involved. He was busy with something else. He wasn't paying attention. I remember he was focusing on something else. Don't know what he was doing. Don't remember. Don't remember what I was playing with either. And my other cousin, the cousin that's just 1 year older than me from my dad's family. He's my dad's older sister's son. Oh no, younger sister's son. Yeah, also my other aunt. He was afraid of my dad because dad spoiled me, and because I only got to see him once a year. He only got to see me once a year, and it complaints from me he took seriously. So he kind of scolded my cousin. He was really afraid of him. I'm like not afraid of my dad at all because he was very sweet to me. Because he was like, no, he also scolded me. I remember every time he scolded me, and there were just a couple of times. But I wasn't afraid of him at all. Maybe I really felt like from this very mysterious feeling, I felt like I was more mature than him. In a way that I felt like an observer. When we were together, I felt like I was the calm observer. And there are things that he did I couldn't agree with, even when I was 6. He felt more like a lover than a dad. I was so, in a way, attached to him. I don't know, I felt like he was so handsome. Maybe because I only got to see him once a year. I thought he was too good to be my dad. I told you about it, I think, in a previous video. I felt like he was a superstar. I felt like he was so popular. Also, maybe because he would only visit once a year. Visit? Yeah, and he would stay for like a couple of weeks. Around this time of the year, you know? This time of the year. In winter. I wonder what he's doing right now. With my grandpa, who passed away when I was 13. I also wasn't too close to him, so I didn't feel sad at all. When I got the news, that was long after I moved in with my mom and haven't heard from Dad's family for years, so even less attached, so I wasn't sad at all. He was a little old jerk. Sorry, Grandpa. He really liked playing chess. He was really, really stubborn. He was so mad when he heard that my dad passed away. He was so mad that we were sad. He was really sad too, but he couldn't express the sadness. So he was mad. But normally he was never mad. Like, he's a person that's never mad. He's that kind of scary type of person that's never mad, but when he's mad, it's scary. You know, that kind of person you don't want to deal with. He was really like a soft person. Like, you could do things to him. He wouldn't get mad when he's not mad. But when something gets into his nerves, and he would get mad, like rarely, but it would be like a really scary thing you don't want. He would become like a different person. I don't remember him having friends or something. He really liked listening to those old songs. They are old songs today, but they shouldn't be old. In that time, he would be playing music and would be singing with me. I liked that. I liked standing between his laps and he would hold my arms and sing those songs. I call him an old jerk only because my last memory of him, that was after my dad just passed away, when I was to be moved in with my mom. He was so angry, he wouldn't want to see any of us. He didn't want us in his house. He said, I'm moving back to, like, the hometown. Like, the place I was born was not the original hometown of my dad's family. So he said, I'm moving back, blah, blah, blah. Or he said, and then my grandma sent both of his grandsons, me and my cousin, to somehow to like comfort him, because we were just small babies, like we were 6, 7, 8 actually, 8 and 9. So my grandma thought maybe we would be able to comfort him somehow, but he just said, "Go away!" He just yelled, "Go away!" Go away! Get the hell out of here! That was probably the last thing I remember about him. I don't remember. I don't know. Well, at least now he's with my dad. He's a nice spirit now, a completely different being. Wonder what they're doing. They're playing chess. He really liked chess. He taught me chess. When I was 6. It was really easy to learn for me. I don't remember him having friends or going out. Maybe because I was going to school, right? And he lived in a different house from me and my grandma's, just across the street, across the road. It wasn't even a street. It was a small, not narrow, just a road. In the beginning, it was made of stones. So when I was 6, that's when I got hurt. When I fell and hurt my forehead almost seriously. And then, I think afterwards, someday it got turned into a concrete road, safer, I guess. When it was stones, that's how I hit my head, because it was made of stones. It's just kind of funny to think about it. But that day was just... I felt serious, or what they were really worried about me. Because there was, I think it was bloody. I don't know. I just hit my head and I saw blood dripping onto the floor, and our neighbor saw me and called for my family. I was just outside the house, and they came out, and my aunt and everybody, I think, took the car, and we rushed to the hospital. And then I almost had to get stitches. Maybe that was really serious, I guess. And I never got to look in the mirror how serious it was. No idea how serious it was. I couldn't see it from my forehead. And then they told me, because I didn't cry, so I didn't have to get the stitches. I really believed them. I really thought it was because I didn't cry. So I really believed it for a long time. And I think it just wasn't too serious, but it was almost too serious. Serious. But not. And I think I took a few days off school. Or maybe I even got visited by one of my classmates. Don't remember. Very, 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 very long ago. I still have that scar. It's been with me for like 2 decades. That scar, I don't like it. It's right here. Because it looks like a wrinkle, because it's horizontal. It's the only time the first time ever I got hurt. Almost severely. But I think everything was fine with me. I didn't feel like it was a big thing. I don't remember if it hurt. I don't remember anything. I don't remember how much it hurt. Like, I think the doctor just used some, whatever it was, to like sanitize the part. I don't remember if it hurt a lot. I think it hurt, but not a lot, not enough to make me cry. So I didn't cry. It wasn't so painful. I don't remember what they said. Did the doctor praise me for not crying? I didn't cry at all. The whole thing happened. I think it didn't hurt. I just got up from the stone and I saw blood dripping onto the ground. Didn't feel it dripping on my face. I just lowered my head and my face was parallel to the ground and I saw blood. Maybe it looked really serious. Otherwise, my neighbor wouldn't be rushing to call my family, or they wouldn't be rushing me to the hospital. But I literally have very little memory of the physical sensations. It didn't feel like a serious thing for me. I remember the other time I got hurt. That time wasn't serious at all. I was just playing at home, jumping ropes with the chairs. I was tying ropes on the chairs and jumping, like elastic band, not a rope, elastic band to jump. That's the thing that we would do. I don't know if other children from other parts of the world would do it. Just a very long elastic band, and you can tie it to chairs. And if you're alone, normally we would play it every day, every break, during every 10-minute break, between classes, we would play it. That was popular. So when I was home, I think that was a weekend. I was alone at home. I just tied the the band to the chairs, and I was jumping, and then suddenly the chair just fell over, and I hit my eye, my eye bone on the chair, and then it made me a panda. That eye was just, around it was just purple for, I don't know, a week maybe. Went to school, but nobody laughed at me or anything. Don't know if I took another day off school or didn't. I don't know. Maybe I took another day off school. I don't remember anybody laughing. Maybe they thought it was scary. I don't know. Because I remember it looked like a big purple area around the eye. Purple and red. Well, maybe it's scary to the kids. I've been to 3 different elementary schools. had to transfer 2 times. I only liked the third one. I didn't like the second one. I think because it was teachers, they were just harsh. We had actually just one teacher. She taught us every subject except for music. I don't remember, she even taught us art, did she? I hated her. She's the only person that physically punished me. Like, all the teachers that I had, they spoiled me because I was a good student. But she was the only person that didn't. She didn't like that time I did the homework. I'm a person with a not neat handwriting, as you can see, as you probably can predict. As a student, from when I was a kid all the way to graduation from schools. I'm just not the type of person that should have nice handwriting. I have nice handwriting that looks wild, not like the kind of neat and you know. I don't know, something like this. Actually, it looks very nice because I'm writing in English. It's different. Where's the camera? What is the camera doing? It looks nice in English, but the ironic thing is, in English, we were not supposed to write in this type of handwriting. We were supposed not to write in like this at all. We were supposed to write like this, and I mastered that too. I mastered it. We were supposed to write like printers. Oh Lord, that's just so sick. Just a corner of the iceberg to help you through which you see how sick the education system is. No freedom. But I mastered it. Because I was obsessed with English. I wanted to get good grades. Yeah, I was spoiled by not literally spoiled. I remember I was not spoiled like in a way. No, I was like probably one of the favorite students because I got good grades from first grade in elementary school. I remember, like, every morning we had to do this exercise of a memory or like writing, dictation. Is that how it's called? Dictation, like the teacher or actually it's you do it with your desk mate. Like, you read some words and then the other one writes it down. But the teacher said I didn't have to do it. I was the only person in the class. She said I didn't have to do it. She or he, I don't remember if it's a male or female teacher. Too long ago. First grade. I think I always was the first, like I got the best grades every time. It just feels so good every time when I think about it. She said, you don't have to do it. Oh my God. But I still had like a not good handwriting. But it didn't matter when you were like a first grader. Didn't really write much in first grade. Didn't really know how to write at all. I remember the winters, they were so cold that my hand couldn't write because it was so cold. So cold, you couldn't even write straight. Because I'm from the south, and because it's warm, pretty much not really cold. There are no heaters. The climate here, there in my hometown, was very mild compared to the rest of the world, I think. So, no heaters nor ACs. Not hot in summer, not too cold in winter, but cold enough for you not to be able to write straight. I think it was pretty cold for me, personally. And I just spent first grade there in that first school. And also preschool, I was in that school too. A year of preschool, a year of first grade, and then second, third grade was in a second elementary school. And then the last 3 years of elementary school was in the third elementary school. And yes, I was again I was literally, I think I was the favorite student of the language, the literature or language teacher. Don't know if he still remembers me. I do remember him. Although I don't like how he treated other people. He was quite of a violent teacher. He was nice to me, but not nice to a kid who probably came out always last during exams. I don't know. Probably his least favorite student. Also, he was really not clean, always wearing. His face looked always dirty to me. I don't know if it was his skin color or it was literally his face was dirty. But he sat in the far corner of the classroom. We barely interacted with each other. I was sitting in the first row because I liked it, not because the teacher made us. You get to choose your seats completely freely in the beginning of a semester. I always chose the front row. I don't know why. I just liked it. That was a big mistake. That's how I got short-sighted so early. No idea. I shouldn't have done it. Why I did it, I just liked it. You ask that 10-year-old why she liked it. I just liked it, and I don't remember why. And my best friend would always sit right behind me. Well, she never got short-sighted. I got short-sighted at 10, for Christ's sake. I think my mom thought I was watching too much TV. But really, it was literally just because of, well, it's because of TV too, but also because I was literally sitting in the front row for 3 years, 6 semesters, every single semester. Maybe not every single one, I don't remember. I remember once to be in the second row. In middle school, I don't think I was a favorite student because I was like in the first 10. I was not the top 3, I was top 10. But in high school, like I just became better. Sometimes be the second, sometimes it'd be top 3, sometimes still top 10. Sometimes, once I even was the first. But just for once, that exam. It was a surprise to me too. The day to get to know your grades from exams was like the day to open a box. You don't know what's in it. Sometimes it's so good, sometimes it's bad. It's not so good. Sometimes when it was good, it felt like opening a Christmas present. It's just so surprising, and you have this warm feeling all over you. You feel so good. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so important. The grades were so important. I feel like English is such a magical subject for me, because even during the times, I felt like I completely screwed it when the exam was really hard. Sometimes I felt like completely screw it. And then it turned out that I was like a top 3 place. Even the first, like, I remember the first English exam we had in high school. It was conducted in a large hall with hundreds of students. It had echoes, so when you played the listening tapes, it had echoes. Couldn't hear a shit. I couldn't hear any shit. But I still, when the grades came out, I was like shocked. I think I came out first. I felt completely devastated after the exam because I felt like I didn't hear anything. I had to guess every answer. I felt like the listening exam part. I literally felt like I guessed everything. But I still got like a lot of it correct. That was just so weird. I remember the English teacher when she first started teaching us, when it was the first few days. When she didn't know us at all. She didn't know that I was good. I remember how she treated me. That was the only time I felt like I was an ordinary, average person for her. Like nothing special, nothing different. The way she treated me, just like a normal student. But after that, it was different. Like I was different for her. I was like the most special. It was just so funny. Like the attitude, you could feel. I felt different from this person. It's kind of like a magical experience. A soul like me, why would I have chosen to be born in this country, in this family? I think I would, if I were to choose now, I would choose a pair of parents that are both philosophers and very mild people, like heart-centered, I guess, in a way, not thinking-centered. I know contemporary philosophy is all about thinking, unfortunately, so I don't resonate with it, almost not at all. My philosophy is completely different, a completely different vibe from contemporary spirituality and philosophy. Not just contemporary philosophy, but the whole history of philosophy has been literally completely mind-centered. About thinking, about logical reasoning. It has to be logical. What you come up with, the conclusions you get, everything has to be logical. Otherwise, you're doing bullshit. That's what they are. And I want my parents to be both. either maybe one a philosopher, the other one a writer. So both INFPs. Maybe an INFJ and an INFP. And I want my mother to be very, very gentle. Basically, just look at my biological mother and do exactly the opposite of what she does. That would be what I want. My mother would be a very, very gentle person. Very, 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 very. Just like my father would be the same. Very, very kind and not like kind, but not like nice kind, but like people with very strong principles, like myself, I guess. But different from myself would be people that are very gentle, tender. I am not gentle. I am very fierce, like sword blade. Shh, shh. Only truth stands. Everything else gets cut and discarded. I'm like this only because I doubt myself. If I was someone that strongly believe in myself, I would become a gentler person. Because I was raised in a environment, country too, or every encounter I've had would adapt me. Maybe I internalized that and I tend to doubt myself first thing. So I become agitated, easily agitated, and I cannot tolerate disagreements because I don't believe fully in myself. If I was someone that believed fully in myself, I would be able to tolerate disagreements. I wouldn't find it sad at all if somebody doesn't agree with me, if I already fully and completely believe in myself. Disagreements wouldn't agitate me, irritate me. Or it's not irritation, it's just sadness. I feel like they're right. I feel like if you disagree with me, then you're right. That's just what like my first reaction. It just feels very sad. I don't know. I miss my real parents. I feel they're real. They're real. They must be somewhere. I am their child. I did not come from this family. I did not come from my biological family. I don't even look like them. I just look like my dad, and he's dead. He's not dead, he's right here. You can talk to him. He will talk back to you. If you are psychic, I am not, so I cannot hear from him. If you're psychic or you practice meditation, you can talk to him. Why would you talk to him? When I die, when I meet him again, I don't know how I would feel. Sometimes I feel like it's been so long. I don't even think I still love him. I don't love him like the way I did as a kid. I don't think it was love. It was just a weird type of attraction. You feel drawn to this person so much to the point that it hurts. That's not love, because love doesn't hurt. Love is understanding. I just felt he was so good. I don't know why. He was so good. Everything about him. Maybe I was just a kid, being a kid, admiring your parents, admiring parents. I think children just admire their parents. I don't think I really knew him very well as a person either. I just knew he was likable. He had many friends. His friends, I felt like they really loved him. And there were so many. There were a big table of them. He took me to see them. He's not like those parents that would just neglect the child when you're together with your friends, right? You just basically ignore your kid. You just talk to your friends. Some parent would be like that. Like my mom, for example. But my dad, I remember that time. I will never forget that. He introduced to me one by one every single one of his friends and told me their full names. Oh my God. I can never forget that. I was shocked. I don't feel like I ever was respected that way by any other adult. I felt I was so respected. I felt so spoiled. I felt like it was so unfamiliar to me what he was doing. That made him special. One of the things that made him a special person. And then I found him very handsome as a kid. I don't know why I was so obsessed with him. I think I was just being a kid. I think most children are obsessed with their parents, especially if you don't get to see them. Especially if you only get to see them once a year, you absolutely would be obsessed with them. When you're a kid. Oh my God, I cut my nail too short. I hope it doesn't grow into my flesh. You know, when you cut your nail too short, I was cutting my toenails, and now I realize it's really short now. Shit. Sometimes it grows into your flesh and terrible. I went to see the little dogs today. They were tied to. They looked so poor. Poor puppy. I don't know if they are gonna be tied like this forever. Or it's just because today I went to see them late at night. It was getting late. I never went to see them this late. And the little black still would bite me. She was just excited. She was excited to see me, hopping all over me, biting all over. Now she was trying to bite my neck. Fuck her. You cannot bite. Oh my God. I was avoiding her mouth, and then she got in my neck. She was biting it. But she didn't get, because I have a thick neck, obviously. For the puppy, holy cow. But they would bite each other's neck. I don't think I'll be able to take that. She was biting all over. She couldn't stop. I didn't know what to do. She was really excited, jumping all over me. Maybe that's why they got tied now. They were probably doing this to strangers. I don't know. I hope they don't get tied like this forever. But they still there are many passerbys there, so they're not bored. They get to watch people and smell different people. And also because there are many passerbys, there are many dog lovers, so to give them treats. Like today, I think they just had dinner. This guy came over with a bag of food with meat in it. Oh my god. Fresh meat. And they didn't want to eat it. They were so fed. But then the little black started eating it. I don't know, little white looked a little bit of melancholic. Is it because she's sad? I don't know. She didn't look too excited to see me, but she still greeted me and liked me. She knew not to bite me. She's a smart one. The little black just biting all over. Jesus, I didn't want her to break my skin. Again. Because last time I saw her, she broke my hand. My skin again. She was just like a maniac. And little white knew not to bite me, and she flapped over and let me touch her tummy again. But when I left, she wasn't. Maybe everything was new to her. I hope they only get tied during this time of the day. I want them to be free. But then don't project your human suffering onto dogs. Animals are very different. They live in the present moment, so they don't have a psyche. Or suffering is possible. Everything, when you don't have a psyche, the suffering only happens when you have a psyche, meaning you have a processor of the world. You don't live fully in the moment. Like we have thoughts, we have concepts, we think, we perceive. But for the animals, they live completely in the moment. Everything is in the moment. There is no feeling like, oh, I miss the old days. There's nothing like that. Or, I really miss this person. They don't miss. They only see you when they're really excited. But when you're not there, they don't think about you. They don't sit there and think about you and want to see you. They're excited because they recognize you when they see you, not because they've missed you. But yes, because it's been a long time. If it's been a long time since you've last seen them, they get really more excited than ever before. Because they know, in the moment they know that you haven't appeared for a long time. But during the time, they were not thinking about you. In a way that humans would miss other people. Also, animals can see spirits. They can see what we can see. They can hear what we can't hear. They can see what we can't. They know much more than us. They are much more connected. I think they're here just for us. To help us. So they themselves, even when they seem to be suffering, it's like our projection. And it's our journey to discover that it is our projection of suffering. Whenever I talk about animals, I feel so fearful because I know there are people out there Oh my god, they're very crazy about animals. They're very, very sad people. They think animals go through huge sufferings. I used to think that way. It just doesn't feel right. You just follow your heart, and it has the answers. The heart would tell you what's true. Little dogs. Today they were sweet. Didn't get to bite me, the white one. Oh, normally she wouldn't bite me. Only I don't like little black. Always bites me. Look at my hand. It's that's what she did. Look at the new scar today. Not today. The last time I saw her. Look at this one here. Not the black part. Not the dark part is from the burn. She literally bit me right onto the burn. I just had burnt my hand right the night before, and the next day she just bit me here. She was taking a big bite, like her other teeth was here. Her other teeth were here, and then the other one here. Look how big this bite is. I was scared she was gonna break my skin over here. I didn't notice that the skin here was broken only later. When I got home, I saw that the skin here was missing. When will she learn? I don't like that. Oh, I will not talk about the animals anymore. I just fear, like, what if a animal maniac is watching my video? You know, those people, they're so fierce. Again, they just attack you when you talk about things that they don't agree. They're just so crazy. And they talk in uppercase letters. They're like yelling in text. Of course, animals suffer! Blah, 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 blah. In uppercase. I'm kind of scared of them. Well, I'm just scared of people's anger in general. I should find a way out of it. I cannot be like this. I don't want to feel fearful around people. I still feel this way. I need help with this. I cannot live like this. I fear people's judgment. How can I get out of that? Get rid of that? Like when a passerby looks at me in a way that looks like they're being judgmental, I just feel like this. Feel scared. And only when it's a woman. If it's a guy, I wouldn't feel the same. If it's a woman, I just feel. Fuck it. It's because all the biggest females were authorities as I grew up. There was always females that were taking care of me. So their opinions mattered. And they were always critical when I grew up. Like my grandma. She would be. I don't want to talk about it to disturb you. And then my aunts. Then my mom. Grandma. They're all females. So I had most of my negative interactions, social interactions, are with females, with my classmates. Males are completely different. So I just feel more comfortable with them. I care about their judgments less. And I feel they're nicer. Look at my dad, nice, and my grandpa, nice, just never mad, unless very rarely. And then the only female in my life that genuinely liked me, like in a way, spoiled me, is my high school English teacher. It's only her. Everybody else was a villain in my life. The only male teacher that I really, really hated is my middle school head teacher, class head teacher. I fucking hate him. So fucking hate him. Because he was so stern. He was just very, very strict. And not because of that, but mainly also because other things that has severely sort of violated my values that he did. I just don't like it. And I don't like my high school head teacher too, who was also a guy. But because he was a very different person, he was a slow type of person that's not very, it was more of a passive person. So he wasn't aggressive at all. I think also because he knew I got good grades, so even if he might have had some opinions about me, but he didn't he didn't say anything. It was so funny. Like I said, I told you before, I think, in just the previous video. I'm kind of tired right now. What time is it? 10 already. Maybe it's not so funny. But I think it was so funny. Like, we have self-study sessions, right, every day. We had. And during those times, you're supposed to study your weak points. Like, which subject you're not good at. You're supposed to do more work on it. And that day, he was just, the teachers oftentimes would come and walk around to keep the discipline, to make sure we were doing our job, doing our work. And he knew that I was very good at English. So in his mind, I was supposed to be doing some math or something else. And as he was walking around in the class, he stood by me. He saw I was doing English homework. And he stood by me. And I knew too he wanted to say something about it. but he didn't. But it was so funny because he was just walking, and when he walked to me, he paused. He stopped. He wanted me to know that he was there. He saw that I was doing English, but he didn't say anything. Didn't say anything about it. And he just kept on walking. There was another day that was just so hilarious. We were not supposed to bring electronic devices to school to distract us, right, from study. But I brought one anyways to listen to music and to English sometimes. But I think I mainly used it at the end to listen to music. Yeah, I think it was just for music. It was a little speaker with a memory card, a card where you just download songs into. Just plug it into the speaker, it would play. I had that, and I had a little, not non-smartphone, an old phone, not a smartphone. And I have that speaker, and then I would just only use it during breaks, or not even during breaks, but during like long breaks, like lunch, nap breaks, and dinner breaks. I don't remember when I would use it actually. And then one day, it was a sunny day. Doesn't matter. It was math class. I mean, he was a math teacher. He was speaking in class, teaching us. Suddenly, I accidentally, I don't know how, pressed the button on the speaker, and it was so damn loud. It was turned on. It was so loud. It was playing that song from The Sound of Music. I still remember that song. It was a chorus. It was super loud. It was so loud, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, I think it startled everybody that wasn't sleeping in class. And then everything paused. I was like in a hurry. I was trying to find where it was and then turn it off. It was so loud. It was saying, la, 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 la. You know that song? I should put it back into my phone. I like this song. I want to listen to it more. And I turned it off after a few seconds. He was supposed to say something. He was supposed to get mad, right? Who is it? Stand up and get out. I mean, as a normal teacher, you're supposed to get mad at this moment. But he just said, okay, let's continue. It's just the funniest, one of the funniest things. Oh no. A little bit more funnier was, after we went to universities, I met with this guy that I would hang out with. He was my high school classmate, and his university was not too far from mine. We would hang out. And I told him about it. He said he had no memory of it. He said he was sleeping. But it was so loud. How could he still be sleeping? But, because we were so sleep deprived, literally. Normally you would just be very sleepy in morning classes, except for in English classes. I don't ever remember falling asleep in an English class. It's just so funny. But when it's politics, oh my God, that's like a hellish time. I was so sleepy. I don't remember. I don't know how I still got not bad grades of politics. The subject includes politics, economics, and philosophy, but mainly politics and economics. Philosophy, not too much. Oh my God! And it was the head. What's the title of this? The head teacher, like the head teacher of the whole school. not just of the class, but the head teacher of the school. Is it called a headmaster? Head teacher? What is it called? I don't remember anymore. The president of the school was our politics teacher. Well, he was a nice guy. He was a nice middle-aged man, like 50 years old, at least 60. Maybe he's 55, 59. Who knows? Was an elderly teacher. Might be actually more than 60 years, because I'm really bad at judging people's age. He was a nice little guy. He was never seen him mad. Ever mad at us. Never mad. Ever. He was nice. And the one thing funny about him is he taught us in dialect. He just spoke dialect in class because he couldn't speak a standard. And he just spoke dialect, taught us in dialect. And oh my god, it was hell when the first 2 classes was his. I was just so sleepy. I was so sleepy that from the moment he walked in classroom, I started to fall asleep. Literally, I think 90% of the classes I was asleep. I mean, 90% of all the classes in all of the semesters during the last 1 or 2 years, I was asleep. I don't know how I still got those grades that are not bad, like 80%, at least 80 out of 100, 8 out of 10 and above. That was like a good grade. Not great, but like good in general. I don't know if it was good enough. Don't remember. I don't care about politics too much. I just care about English and literature or grammar. It's basically about the language. It's literature, well, ancient literature, modern literature, grammar, and writing. And the writing is fucking shit. Fucking shit rules. Fuck it, shit. That's my least favorite part. I'm such a writer and I hated that. Or maybe because I am a writer, so I hated that so bad. Oh my god. And, so funny. Couldn't help getting completely just so sleepy. It felt like hell. You just try to, you cannot just go to sleep. There were just 20 people in the class. He would see you. I think he saw me. Probably he knew that I was always asleep. He also said, it's okay if you're too sleepy. He said to us, if you're really sleepy, you can actually lie on the table during class and sleep for like a minute. But who can only sleep for a minute? You sleep for I think he said like for 5 or 6 minutes. You can do that. He was a nice person. Not too harsh on us. But also, he was just, I don't want to comment on him. I didn't like him a lot. And, just so funny. If the first 2 classes were English classes, I was never sleepy. If it was math classes, I would sometimes, maybe half the time, be sleepy. But if it was politics, the moment he stepped in, I started to my head started to nod. And he often would come in to the class before the bell rang. Before he was supposed to be there. He would often be early. Oh my god. Before the class started, I started to doze off. And it was mostly writing during his class. He'd be reading answers to the exam questions so that we can write it down and somehow help us with future exams. And my writings would just be like gibberish. Not recognizable. It's just too funny. There's nothing else I want to share. I'm tired from talking. It's been 2 hours. Well, thank you for listening to me. I'm very okay right now, feeling okay. I actually wanted to talk more. Actually, I do want to talk more, but I need to take a break, maybe. I don't need to have my last meal. And I think I'll have the smoothie. The protein shake with soy milk. Again, it's so good. It's so good. You must try. If you drink protein shake and you're disgusted by it, I don't know, all of them. I tried all flavors, all different brands. Oh my god, even strawberry was terrible. Because why strawberry was supposed to be better? Because it's supposed to be sour, right? Because this nasty sweetener taste from this protein shake, a little sourness would be refreshing, but it was terrible. Strawberry was terrible. I had to add lemon juice to it because it wasn't sour enough. So adding a little bit of lemon juice was making it better. I want to add something. When I say I fucking hate somebody, I don't really mean it like literally. I don't hate anybody. I just I'm angry at them. That's what I mean. Not that I actually hate them or they are my enemy. But I really kind of hate my cousin, the one that's just a year older than me. He was sort of a bully. He was not nice to me. I think I was really nice to him. At least I think that's how I remembered. I remembered to be a really nice kid. I was a completely different person than I am today. I think when I was a kid, I had this people-pleasing tendency. I remember my best friend back then, when I was a kid. Her father was I think the best friend of my dad, or maybe was not one of the best friends of my dad. So me and her, we were best friends too because we grew up. They told us we grew up in the same cradle, not a cradle, those baby car, or I don't know, but I think it was not true. We were so proud of it, we were proud, but I think it wasn't really the case. It was just a little bit of an exaggeration. When we were kids, we would tell it to other kids to show off. We would say, we grew up in the same cradle. And then she was the princess type of person. Really a proud girl. I was from when I was a kid, I wasn't popular. She was popular. More popular than me, I felt. I felt like everybody I knew was more popular than me when I was 6. I had a neighbor, that kid, I felt like she was more popular than me. And my best friend was more popular than me. And then she had another best friend. I felt like she was the most popular one. I just felt like people wouldn't prioritize with playing with me. So I was a little bit of a people pleaser. When she would come to visit, to play with me. She didn't live very far at all. So I think often she would come over and play with me at home, my home. And I would just be sometimes she was just like a sneaky fox, she would start to say when she was like wanting to eat some snacks. She would say, I want to go home and eat snacks. And I would just be pleasing, people pleasing. I would say, come and eat some snacks for my home that we have. And then she would be settled with that. But I knew, she didn't know that I knew that when she said that, it was because she wanted to eat some snacks from my home, from my house. She thought she tricked me. But I knew that she said that to get me to give her something to eat. She was mean. She wouldn't, like when I visited her at her place and I saw the snacks there, I said, I want to eat some snacks. She said, no, I never even asked you to give me some of your snacks at your place. And I told her, every time you said, and you wanted at my place, when you said you want to go home to eat, to have some snacks, that's when you asked for it. And she just didn't say anything. I mean, we were 6, 7, 8. I don't like her. I feel like in our relationship, I was the one that was pleasing her, that was trying to just like that. I just really hated it. After we grew up, I feel like she just remembered me to be nice. She just really missed me. She always just kind of wanted to keep me as a friend, like genuinely. But because of what I remember, I don't want that. I don't want to see her anymore. Or I just didn't. I just don't like me when I'm with her. Don't like what I remember to be me when I was with her. When you don't like yourself when you're with someone, apparently you just don't want that person anymore. And above all, I am a completely different person than she remembers me to be. But I just don't like whenever she just reminds me of who I was, that I no longer am. And I don't like that, how that feels. No matter if she still wants me to be the same, or no matter if she actually loves me now unconditionally as a friend or not today, I just don't want to get back to her. I don't know what she feels. I just don't. I feel like the complete opposite of what I was as a kid in this aspect of life, of being. I'm not that humble little nice kid that's a people pleaser. Sometimes a really nice, I was kind of, I don't ever remember being, like when I was 6, I was much milder as a person than today. Today I am a sword blade. I'm a little bit of demanding, a little bossy, just a little. I'm quite respectful because I'm really sensitive. I don't ever want to hurt somebody's feelings, but I'm very principled. That is not touchable. I don't know why I liked him as a friend, but when you're a kid, you're not picky at all. You just like everybody in your proximity. Yeah, basically that. I think that's the reason why me and my best friend from the last 3 years of primary school were best friends because she was sitting close to me the first time I got there, I think. I don't remember. I was new there, right? Because I was like a transferred student. Everybody already knew each other. I have no idea how we became best friends. I mean, a different person I'm talking about, not the one from my childhood, but this one from my elementary school. But even then, me and this childhood best friend were still friends, like maybe not best friends, I don't know. I still really was obsessed with her, like I really was excited whenever she was there. Like after I transferred to this elementary school, she also was transferred to a different city. I mean, the same like different town. Didn't get to see her much at all. She was so mean to me. We would be playing video games on our computer. She wouldn't let me play her favorite game. That was a single player game. We would play, what is it called? Multiplayer games together. But that single player game, she only let me watch her. I fucking hate her. But I wasn't hating her. You know, as a kid, I just accepted it. I felt, okay, it's okay. She can do it. I was not annoyed. I was not mad. I just felt it was acceptable. Yes, you can do this to me. But today, nobody can do that to me. Nobody can do shit to me. Now people have to be people pleasers to me. You cannot ever. Just kidding. Yeah, actually, people tend to be nice to me these days. People I've met, they are like nicer to me than I am to them, I feel. Like I get to be a little bossy, a little demanding. People really taking care of me. I just feel people I've met, they're just very nice to me. I'm grateful. All the people I've met, all the way, I started to have this sort of relationships with people. I mean, where I just people like accompany me for a period of my life, normally a year, and then I would move to a new environment. Like when I moved to a different city to study in university, this guy from high school, his university was close by. We would hang out, and he was just the person I would hang out with, and I was very depressed, and I felt he was caring for me. He was like, I gotta be the one making decisions, or not. I don't have to tell you about it. I just felt very comfortable with him. He let me do whatever I wanted to do. Not literally, but just this feeling like I'm okay to be a little bossy, a little demanding. Like I can ask him for favors, and he would be very willing to help me. And then only later, did I know that he fell in love with me. Which ended our friendship in an awkward way, because I just didn't know how to respond to that. And then we just stopped talking after that, but soon after that, I just moved on. I mean, to a different country. I moved. Just never talked after that. I am really grateful for him. I also know that we cannot go back, because I'm very different now. I know even back then he was very different from me. Let alone today, I am even more me. We're just not gonna get along even more. But we would hang out and we would go to places together, eat together. He was a foodie. He was introducing me to good foods. I don't remember what we did. We really hung out a lot. Sometimes even every day, because he was really close by. Like he would do. It was 20 minutes by subway. His university. He was a better student than me, but I think like he was not a favorite student of any teacher. I don't know why. Well, I wasn't a favorite student of any teacher either, except for of my English teacher. But our English teacher, sort of hated him because he wouldn't do the homework. Yeah, I remember the English teacher told us, complained about him to us, or maybe he told me that she even hit him once. I don't remember if it was true or not. She was mad at him not doing the homework. But his grades were really great, especially with math. I think it was really great, and he did the personality test once. He told me he was an ENFP, even though we got only one letter in difference, but we were so different people. He had absolutely no interest in philosophy, and I am all about it, right? He was more interested in real life things, like he was interested in entrepreneur. He went to study economics, which is just some boring shit. You know, people that go to study business, economics, engineer, computer science. Why can't you be more creative? Why are you studying these things that I've heard 100 times that 100,000 people have chosen to fucking study? Why can't there be something new? Whenever I see somebody listing their university major, it's always one of these. There's never something new. It's just so frustrating to see that. Anyway, he chose that literally because he liked it. I know many people chose one of these because they really like it. But why can't there be something new? Why don't I get to see somebody that studies literature? I did meet somebody that was doing a PhD in literature. I didn't meet them shortly on the internet. Well, didn't really turn into anything. Because I guess we didn't get along in a way. That was really impressive. I had never seen somebody, if somebody studies literature in university, they're immediately attractive to me. I am all about literature, philosophy. Yeah, just these two things. No, I'm about everything. Animals, but animals are just less core. You know, imagine me as a core, and the most core part of our spirituality or philosophy and the literature. Or poetry. I think poetry would be more accurate. I don't know. And then a less core part of me would be nature, animals, movie. Actually, no, theater would be core part of me too. I forgot. Theater, like including movies and stage plays and musicals and, drama. I just love the stage in a mysterious way. Spirituality is the core, or spirituality equals to philosophy to me, in my definition. heart-centered spirituality, to be more precise. Heart-centered, because spirituality is too wide. Contemporary spirituality. Add the word to contemporary always before the word spirituality to mean what it really means is contemporary spirituality. It is a big umbrella. Anybody can call themselves spiritual, but I don't resonate with contemporary mainstream spirituality. And I don't see much heart-centeredness in it. Not even in the spiritual teachers that I followed the most. Not even them. If there's anything I am strict about, it is heart-centeredness. I am strict about some words they use or the way you think, see a certain thing. If it isn't heart-centered, I notice it immediately and I cannot tolerate it. But people are just not so sensitive, or not that they are not sensitive, but that they are not heart-centered in a way. I don't know, maybe because it's not their job. It's my job. It's my job to be so strict about it. It doesn't come too natural to them. It's not the center of their work. It's the center of my mission, not theirs. So they don't have to, they're not drawn to be so strict around, so sensitive around it, but I am. And there's nothing more exciting than that. I don't like the word strict or serious because they sound rigid. They sound like the opposite of heart-centeredness. But I'm just talking about this specific thing here. This specific area. I don't know. This specific topic here. I really like how I have never said it this way. I have never said that I am strict about heart-centeredness. That's why I am so sensitive about the wording you use around things. Because that, it's not just about words, it reflects your way of looking at a specific thing. And whether or not that comes from heart-centeredness. But it's totally understandable that contemporary spirituality has very little heart-centeredness in it. It's still mostly about the mind. When they talk about when they created the concept of the ego or non-dualism or meditation, it's all about the mind, it's clearing your mind. Or your mind is the ego, like this and that. And if you ask me, this whole thing itself is severely bypassing true spirituality. But that's a whole different conversation. I don't want to unfold here. And I don't resonate with that. And I don't feel like I'm a spiritual teacher, like I would become one of them to talk about my, like, what I resonate with. Like, every spiritual teacher just teaches what they resonate with. I don't feel like it's my mission either. I need to go to bed. When I finish drinking this smoothie. Is it called a smoothie? Did I sweat today? No, I didn't. I think I sweat a little this morning in bed. It was a little hot. But not really. It wasn't really hot. Sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night with my back completely covered in sweat in a way as if I had just got out of shower. like with water all over my back. Water drips. Water drops. Sweat drops. I don't like that when you wake up like that. It just feels, because I feel nasty, like I'm making the sheet dirty. Because I don't like to wash my sheet too often. It's so troublesome. So when I sweat like that, just I'm making a sheet dirty. I am hygienic enough. I sound like a very dirty person, but I'm just messy, not dirty. Because I am very a meaning focused person. I don't do things that are not necessary. I know it is important to wash the sheet because they would damage my skin. Or I've heard about mites. So I make sure I wash the sheet regularly, just enough. I mop the floor once a year. It's not true. I mop the kitchen floor much more often than I mop it with tissue paper. Dipping water. I do it quite every other day, just the kitchen area. And it's an open kitchen. The rest of the floor looks great. Looks not dirty at all. And I walk with slippers. I don't walk barefoot. Why do I need to mop the floor? I sweep the floor every other day too. So I also eat. I don't know. It's just maybe because the apartment is quite big for one person. It's an apartment for 2 people, I think. But I think it's just big enough for me. I don't want it any smaller than this. I stayed in an apartment a little smaller than this, but very tall because it was a loft. That was the last apartment I stayed in. It felt suffocating in the later months. The first 3 months I loved it. It was such a beautiful place. So beautiful because it was the first time I ever stayed in a loft, or the first time I ever knew about lofts. I just think they're so beautiful. With an open bedroom, bed in the second floor, and with a giant window, like floor, like it was a giant wall of glass. But then I got completely sick of it after 3 months. I think because the floor area was just not spacious enough. Because it was about the height. The height was very, very high. It was like 3-4 meters high. Very high, spacious, and vertically. But horizontally, the floor area was not large, but smaller than this one. Just felt a little suffocating in a way. I don't know how to explain. I just felt like I couldn't stay indoors. I just felt like I had to get outside every day. I felt like I was feeling suffocated in there. I don't know. But I miss it. Just yesterday, I think, I was looking at some old videos of me playing the piano. You know, I learned the piano for 3 months. Or 2, I think it was just 50 days. And I made some videos because couldn't wait to show off. And I saw the apartment in the video. I kind of really missed it because I remember the first 3 months I was there. I was ecstatic there. I was so in love with that place before I learned about cockroaches. It was such a nice place. I felt it was so nice. I was so happy. It was so beautiful. I felt the TV wall was made of wood or painted to look like wood. I don't know if it was made of wood. And then the lights, they looked so romantic. I mean, so warm colored lights. I'm washing my butthole. Where did it go? My shaker ball. It fell onto the ground and disappeared. What the hell? What? What? No way. I saw it drop and now I can't see it. Where did it go? Oh, it's here. You really can run, can't you? And now I have to do the dishes. I wish I didn't take them out of the fridge. No, I don't. I'm not in the mood. I thought I was gonna want to wash them. But now I just want to go to bed. If I wasn't in a tropical island, I would just leave them. Not that there would be visitors immediately. This winter is much better. Winter here is just very like a normal place. Doesn't feel tropical at all. But I'm just too scared. I just gotta wash them. And my thumb has been healing very well. I thought I was gonna lose this part of my thumb, but it literally grew back intact. Everything. My nail didn't even fall off. I want to put this box back into the fridge. That sounds a little nasty. It's a bowl, not a ball, a bowl. I used yesterday and didn't wash. Didn't want to wash it because the noodles, they were so tasty. The leftover oil and sauce still smelled so good. I thought I could reuse this somehow. Didn't wash the plate. So I used it again today for my spaghetti. I must be a nightmare for a neat freak, but I don't think they would be drawn to watch my videos. I just feel people that are so hygienic in a way, are so neat and tidy, they're just not spontaneous enough. What do you say? That's exactly what I observed in people. People that are really neat and tidy, they are just very much not spontaneous. And that is just being not spiritual. Because if you follow the heart is always flowing. It is freedom. What is the heart? The heart is freedom. Heart is not structure. Heart is not discipline, routines. unless it's something you really are passionate about. Like you really are passionate about being tidy. Like it really is your heart's joy every day to do chores and clean and keep tidy. Rather than it's a stressful thing when you see a untidy room, which is most of the case where people are tidy. Like my mother, she just cannot see a messy room. It just gets on her nerves. So obviously people that are tidy, they feel in a way like they must be. Otherwise, it just doesn't feel right. It just makes them feel not comfortable. Look what I'm doing. I am cleaning the floor, by the way, doing exactly what I said. Well, I am cleaning, but I'm not tidy. I just don't like when the floor gets dirty. And yes, it feels good to clean, but not like a passion. Because I have more important things to do. Maybe I wouldn't focus. I probably wouldn't even care about the floor. I'm a meaning-focused person. I feel like the more you open up your heart, the more your heart centers, you can tolerate chaos more. Or chaos wouldn't feel like chaos anymore. Like, it doesn't, like the fridge can be a place to store unwashed dishes too. Like for some people, it's just not acceptable. Like this person I know and my mother, she, oh my God, never will allow that. Never. It's just not acceptable for her. People that are so focused on structure, they're not spontaneous enough. I don't think it was a joy for her to do chores. She just felt she had to do it. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she liked it. Who knows? I also have my tidy rules. Like I cannot tolerate the bed being dirty. Like my clothes that I'm wearing, I cannot allow them to touch my bed. I make sure I took a shower before touching my bed. But I only wash the sheets. Or maybe that just makes me feel comfortable to wash the sheets once every 1 or 2 weeks. 2 weeks sometimes. I have no idea. I've lost count. Don't know, just whenever I feel like I gotta do it. Oh, that's a bag of potato you're looking at. They are so beautiful. I mean, tasty, right? Now it's time to take my vitamin. The reason I do it, again is because I used to have nightmares once a month. The kind of nightmare that is the real nightmare that wakes you up in horror. That's a very scary dream. Wakes you up in horror in the middle of the night. I would have it once a month. And then I did a little bit of a research, just Googled a little, to find out that the doctor said vitamin B1 can be a miraculous cure for nightmares. And so I tried it, and I think it worked. I never had one ever after I started taking them every single day nonstop. I take my vitamin B, and I take vitamin D too, because I know the sun is important, and when I don't get the sun, I gotta take vitamin D. But today I got the sun. Well, these days, winter days, it's mostly sunny, not like summer. But I take vitamin Bs too, all of them. Because I've heard that they are, also because I don't eat meat, almost not at all. I sometimes eat a little bit of meat products. Sometimes I eat meat like a treat, almost like a treat. But it's not a part of my regular diet. So I would need vitamin B12, I think it's a B12 or 2, that you can only get through eating meat. So I take vitamin B also because it's what is it called? Like it dissolves in water, so it can be released out of your body through urine, so you don't have to worry about taking too much of it ever. The extra of it, like if you've ever taken too much of, oh my god, what is it? I thought it was a spider. Is it a spider? What is it? Holy cow, what is it? Let me have a look. It is a jumping spider! Ah! A jumping spider! Hello! Is it the same one I saw many days ago? Are you still alive in here? Well, there probably is a food source in here. I mean, like little flies. Maybe they eat the little moths, the very tiny moths. And the ants. I'm just glad that they are so small. I mean, those spiders. Here I see this thing. I don't want to show you. It's not very interesting looking. So I am getting ready for bed. And I never take food into my bedroom. If I do, I put them in the plastic and I close the plastic bag, very tightly. That is also a habit developed living here. Hello, little spider! I'm so excited to see you. Oh, what are you doing? I think it's sleeping. Look, it cannot see me. It's not reacting to me at all. But if I touch it, it would jump. Oh, it's a spider. Hello, I love you. They look so soft. I want to squeeze them. Their body, look at how big. Their body. I mean, this video is getting so long. Darn it. All right. Maybe I won't talk anymore for the rest of the day. I'm gonna start washing myself. That's it. Nobody's gonna watch this video to this point. Unless, oh. Look at you, huh? I know you would freak out if I do that. You're awake. Ooh, you're scared. They have very good vision, I heard. They are the only, I don't know if they are the only, but they hunt using their eyesight, which is not what spiders would do. Other spiders just sit on their web, right? They don't hunt. So they're just really special. See ya! Spider turned around and wanted to show you its beautiful little big eyes. I mean, it looks creepy on the camera. It's very small, just the shadow. It's shadow making it look big. It's very, very small. Look at this shiny eye. Stop moving for a second. Oh, I can see his eye. Oh, it looks so fucking scary on the phone. Because it looks so big on the phone. That really creeped me out for a second. It's very small. I showed you. I wanted to show you its beautiful big eyes. Oh, but you can only see the legs. Shame. It's the phone. I can't show you. Come on, let us see. You look really creepy on camera. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. Freaked me out for a second. Today I saw a spider. I don't know if it was a jumping spider or not. It was a big one. It had a very, very long leg. I mean, not a big one, just as big as my thumbnail. Had a very, bigger than my thumbnail. Had long legs, very long legs, so creepy looking, I guess. I couldn't tell if it was a jumping spider because normally they don't have such long legs, but it kind of looked like one. But its butt was towards me. Its head facing the ocean. I really loved the spider, but I felt the phobia at the same time. I wanted to really touch and pet the spider. At the same time, I would never do it. It's just so kind of a interesting thing, I guess. You know, I just really felt like hugging the little spider. Like touching, squeezing, petting it. Like this one here. I mean, it doesn't look scary at all in real life. Only on camera. The camera makes you look bigger and thicker or something. It's not big. It has a very soft body. I wonder what it feels like. Would it be soft? Little spider. I still want to film it. Because, oh, come on. Let us see. Let us see. You're beautiful, but I think you've seen enough spiders from my videos. You know what they look like. You don't have to see more. Just search on YouTube. You would see jumping spiders and 4K videos. See their little pretty eyes. Oh, they're so cute. You're so cute. I want to eat you. That spider I saw today, I felt like I wanted to put it in my mouth. It was big, and at the same time, it was terrifying. Those legs were so long. Big. It was the biggest. If it was a jumping spider, it was the biggest one ever. I don't think it was one, but it also looked like one. I couldn't tell. You know, when something is adorable to you, you just want to put them in your mouth, right? You want to bite them. That's how I felt about the spider. At the same time, I was feeling the fear, like the phobia. Just really interesting, isn't it?